Victor. Thank you everybody for inviting me today. Victor did talk about growth when he introduced the session today, and I'm really glad to say that for the first time in many years, most of my entire career in the recorded music industry, I've seen a period of decline, which may well have something to do with my presence in it, who knows. But for the first time last year, we actually saw growth in recorded music, and this year as well, I think we'll see some growth as well. And that is really, I think, because almost as much, probably more than any other industry, we have embraced the digital revolution. We've created a real digital music market in Europe. There are more than 200 licensed digital services, and our entire catalogue, and all of those of our competitors, about 43 million tracks are now available to consumers all over Europe. The consumption of music is greater than it's ever been, and there's real reason for optimism. But a large proportion of the consumption of music today is not being fairly remunerated by certain of the platforms. So when we negotiate licenses for our content with digital music platforms, we're confronted by two quite different situations. On the one hand, you have services like Spotify, Deezer, iTunes, Apple. They're working with rights holders to create new music services within a very clear copyright framework. They seek a license, we negotiate long and hard. Those negotiations are not easy, but there is a real willing buyer and seller situation. You have to contrast that, however, with our negotiations with the uploaded content platforms, like YouTube. I'm going to talk a little bit about YouTube, but this is not just about YouTube. They just happen to be the biggest of all the UGC platforms. There are obviously others, like Dailymotion, but they're obviously the biggest. The issue we face when we're negotiating with the UGC platforms is the way that the current e-commerce safe harbors are interpreted today. YouTube and the other platforms will claim that whilst they are carefully cataloguing and editorializing our content, they're not really kind of curating it, and we're faced as a result with a take it or leave it type of deal. They undervalue the music distributed on their platforms, and that leaves our entire sector, our artists, our performers, our producers, unfairly treated. It creates unfair competition with the other digital services. To give you an example, if you look at last year alone, YouTube paid the music industry about €1 for every one of their users that is using music. Spotify paid €16 for every one of their users. Now, platforms like YouTube are really becoming the way that a lot of people, particularly young consumers, consume music. Of the top 35 videos watched last year on YouTube, 33 out of 35 were music videos. It's a music video platform. The number of people streaming music in the UK doubled in 2015. But we didn't see a doubling of our revenues from YouTube, far from it. So what we need really is a clarification of the role and responsibilities of UGC services, and that's why we welcome the Commission's proposal that are contained in the Copyright Directive. The Directive clarifies that UGC services that engage in the distribution of copyright content do not benefit from the e-commerce safe harbor rules. We're not trying to change the rules. The rules are fine. We're trying to clarify who should and who shouldn't benefit from the safe harbor rules. So we think the e-commerce directive is helpful. It clarifies that active services like YouTube do need to negotiate copyright licenses with our sector. Our priority always is to license our music. We're not trying to shut down platforms. We don't mind our consumers accessing our content for free. You can access any one of our recordings on Spotify, on YouTube, for nothing as a consumer. And we're not trying to stop that. We're just trying to create a level platform. Commission proposal also requires that UGC platforms that offer a large amount of content, like YouTube, put into place technology to recognize the content which we identify as rights holders. This is useful, it's not revolutionary. We've been working with content recognition systems for many years, there are many of them. We use that technology in the way that we deal with, or the way we license our content to digital services like Spotify and like Apple. The technologies are efficient, they generally work, they're affordable, they're objective, they only recognize our content. We don't need to spy on who's using our content, we don't even need to know who's uploading our content. We simply need to be able to recognize that it's our content, and if we choose to either monetize it, or if we choose not to license it, then that should be our right as a content owner. We rarely ever block our content. The number of user-uploaded files that we actually ever take down is less than 1%. It's a tiny fraction. Generally, we do that because users might be using it in videos which are either unacceptable to our artists, or maybe because they contain racist or pornographic content. In those very few cases, we will take down our content. Generally, we want to license our content. So, we think that the proposal provides a framework which gives clarity on the level of cooperation between the parties and the degree of transparency and efficiency that is required. So, I will conclude just by saying our priority is always to license our music. We want our music to be available to consumers. We're not trying to block anything or take anything down. We are, as I said earlier, trying to create a level playing field. We welcome the copyright directive. We think it achieves that.